Well, you want to know if you are being the jerk? Just send us an email, mail@kvjshow.com. This person wants to know if they're a jerk for hoping that their brother gets COVID.
Ooh.
It says, my brother does not believe in the vaccine, which I am fine with, but he constantly gives me a hard time because I got it. He thinks that his ideas on COVID are smarter than everybody else's. He's so rude to anyone who is vaxxed, wearing a mask, or social distancing. He won't wear a mask around our parents, even though they have pre-existing conditions and continue to live without the vaccine too. He only knows 2 people that got COVID, and their cases were mild, so he's convinced it's only a cold, and anyone who died of it actually died from something else. Meanwhile, he is obese and smokes. After he berated me again last night about having the vaccine, I caught myself wishing he would catch it just so he knows it is serious. Does that make me a jerk? No, I don't want him to die. I just want him to take it seriously and to stop shaming people who are. Yeah, I mean, there are COVID thoughts all over the table on this. You don't ever want to wish it on somebody. And it is tough when somebody is berating your own choices. That's why I think everybody's got to just try to respect whatever decisions people are making about it. Otherwise, you're going to ruffle feathers and you're going to wish COVID on somebody.
They don't want him to die, but they want him to die light, like be on the verge.
I think they want him to get a serious case
do.
so he's knocked down and he's like, whoa, this is legit. This is no joke.
They want him to see the light, but not just go and cross over.
Right. Yeah.
I think that, yeah, you're right. If everybody would just do them
Yeah,
and then
that's the way to
stop
avoid these issues.
talking about it, certainly stop fighting with your own family.
Yeah.
You have to remember, family is forever, and the things you say could destroy your relationship with your family members. Are you willing to die on a vaccination hill and lose your family?
Some people do hate their families. I mean, I
Yeah.
know it blows
Yeah,
your
if
mind.
you hate
all
your
mine.
family, fight then. But if
some
you
people-
loved them before COVID and you'd like to love them after COVID, shut your trap.
I think probably the best thing to do is if you are faced with somebody in your life, family, friend, coworker, whatever it might be, just be like, you know what, I'd just rather not talk about this at all.
Yes.
You know, we just don't see eye to eye, and can you respect my space? And I won't say anything about what you're doing. You don't say anything about what I'm doing.
Yeah, let's not talk about COVID. Let's talk about the election.
Yeah.
Let's talk about abortion.
Yeah, let's talk about some other polarizing.
This email wants to know if I'm a jerk for going on a date with my late husband's brother.
Ooh, that's juicy. Does the rest of the family know?
Says I was divorced 7 years ago. 2 years later, my ex-husband died. Now, I recently heard from my ex's brother. It started with just basic conversation, but over the course of the last month, it's gotten flirtatious. Then, late last week, my late ex-husband's brother asked me if I'd like to go out for a drink. I came up with an excuse as to why I couldn't, but now I'm thinking that I made a mistake. I've always found this guy attractive and charming and wished my ex could have been half the man he is.
Damn.
Oh, boy. If my ex were alive, I wouldn't even consider this, but since he's not, is it really that big of a deal? Am I the jerk if I date my late ex-husband's brother?
If he's dead, take the brother to bed.
That's
That's what I say.
That's a real saying. Virginia did not just make up, of course.
Yeah, that's the rule.
This is one of those things. You can do whatever you want. I don't think you're really doing anything wrong. All I would say is there may be drama with the family. The family
Yes.
may think it's weird.
I can't imagine a family ever approving of this.
But there are some families I think could possibly
Maybe.
approve.
Didn't Joe Biden's kid do this?
I'm not getting
Yeah.
political, Virginia. I don't know. I really have no idea.
It's not political. I think it's a fact.
I just think there's some families that would be cool with it, and they'd say, "Well, our son has passed away, and they clearly are in love with each other, so so be it." And there's some people that want to be angry, and they could be angry.
Right.
It's going to be the drama's going to depend on the family.
Okay. I mean, as of right now, that's down the road. You're living in the now, and to me, yeah, why not go hang out, have that drink, see how it goes?
There's a lot of details I think you need too. I mean, how did the husband die? Was it one of those things where, it was a long. I'm just saying, how did the whole? I think you need details on
But
things
she
like
she
this.
killed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely banged the brother.
And as it is, he's been dead for 5 years, and she was divorced 7 years ago. So there is a little gap. It's not like it's fresh.
And maybe don't tell anybody. Don't put pictures on social media.
Yeah.
Just keep it on the DL for a little while until you know if it's going to be somebody you actually want to seriously date.
Yeah, I don't think this is a bad thing.
Okay.
Because he's passed away.
But the family may have problems
could.
with it.
Yeah.
And think about all the people in the family. There's going to be certain people, probably the females.
Do we know if this family's Italian? Because if they're Italian, there's going to be
Gonna be
some
like
issue.
guilt,
There's going to
yeah.
be some drama.
There's going to be drama, especially the women are going to be a little pissy.
I'm not saying it can't work, but there's going to be some drama.
Totally.
Somebody wants to know, am I the jerk if I have my Halloween party despite my girlfriend's pain? The email says, Halloween is my favorite holiday, and every year since college, I have thrown an epic party. This year, I have a new girlfriend. We've been together for 8 months. I knew early on that her parents were killed by a drunk driver, but I didn't know the details. Well, her parents died 5 years ago by a drunk driver coming from a Halloween party. When I mentioned my party to my girlfriend last week, she began crying and asked me not to have it. She claimed it would be too tough for her to be around. Am I a jerk if I have the party anyway and just ask her politely not to come?
Yes, you would.
What a terrible
be.
scenario.
I don't know if
to
that's
be
the
in.
right solution.
Don't do the party this year. You can take 1 year off, and this
it's-
girl might not be your girl forever.
Well, didn't you already said that this party is epic?
Yes.
I know you love
Everybody
Halloween.
loves it.
I love Halloween too, but
Family, 8 months.
if you care about this girl, this is very sensitive for her. Take a year off.
Okay, so don't have the party this year.
That's what I would say.
This is an awful scenario to be put in.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm glad I'm single.
Are you saying break up with her?
No, I'm kidding. I'm trying to have fun on a very heavy topic.
I think you do greater, though. Is she an A or B girlfriend? Then you hold off on the party. If she's C or below, you have the party and you find a new relationship.
I mean, Kev, we're talking only 8 months. It's not that long. Epic party years.
Epic party.
I mean, it's a tradition.
You
Virginia.
love it.
He didn't include a picture of her. I think we do need to see that.
Parties, that epic party's tradition. No, I'm just